You're watching this terrible show. We had a pretty interesting question last week, and we'll get to that. And the question was, what is the most balanced FPS game? First off, what's everybody been playing? Starting with you in the middle here. You there, in the middle.
I've been playing what everyone's been playing. It's Fallout 4. I haven't put a whole lot of time into it yet, but I put a decent amount, and I'm enjoying it so far, especially since it takes place in my homeland. So that's also very interesting to see where I grew up, being all post-apocalyptic and everything. So
I guess we can probably talk about this one a little more because I've played a little bit of it too. But anything in there that you don't like about it yet? Like anything that stands out as being like, this needs to be fixed or something?
Some of the UIs took a little getting used to. I was really used to like New Vegas, like the UI with your perks and everything. I was really used to that. And then going to Fallout 4, I was like, I got kind of confused, but I figured it out after, a little bit messing around with it. But I feel like it was an unnecessary change. It's nothing really bad. Other than that, I haven't really put enough game time into it yet to really come up with any other complaints.
I think I might play some more tonight. What have you been playing?
I've been playing StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void.
Good story.
Mind-shattering.
Is that good?
You got to remember, with StarCraft, it has to do with the fact that, StarCraft has been around since 98, so we're talking almost a 20-year storyline that we've been slowly progressing through. You had StarCraft,
right,
and then you had Brood War, and then you had this 3-part game that they released where you've got the Wings of Liberty, the Heart of the Swarm.
Is it still like a story arc going on through all this?
It is one constant story arc, and it is a mind...
It's not like League of Legends where like halfway through they're like, you know what, our story sucks. From now on, all the lore is gone. Here's the new lore, and they rewrote the lore. Remember that? They here's the new lore, and everyone was like, cool, we're gonna cosplay more. I was like,
I can honestly say I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay, well,
I was aware of it.
Yeah, I was like, all the lore is gone now. That's interesting.
It's like every time we're at PAX, I'm like, what the hell is that from? Oh, I don't know.
I played League of Legends when it was in beta, and I liked it, but then the community just went to...
Well, there's probably some nice people that play League. They're almost console gamers.
I think a lot of them quit like PC. I did.
They did, yeah.
I think I played Dota.
That's so bad. All the poor League people watching.
I know, you guys, we hate you so much. I played Dota once, and I mean once, when it first got released. When I'm like, why are we using the
first one or the second one?
The first one. Like, way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, way back when it was just a mod.
Interesting.
I preferred Warcraft 3.
I don't like Warcraft 3.
I played the Fistful of Frags this week. About an hour of Fallout 4. I might go play it some more tonight. But the thing about Fistful of Frags is I can jump in for 10 minutes in between work. And it's like, okay, you got one round in, and I cursed 40 times, and then I'm back to work, But it's like a good cursing. It's not like bad cursing. I'm like happy cursing.
He lies. It's more like 80, and 60% of that is bad. I hate this. Blah, blah, blah. Gets up.
Good.
Gets something to drink. Then he goes back, and he's fine.
No.
80.
You guys don't know how to read the cursing. Yes, Lan Syndicate is going to be a thing. Let me just pull it onto the screen. Now you can see it. Lan Syndicate, guys, we have this all set up for April 15th through the 17th at Magnuson Park, hangar number something. Click more information. You can get all the information you need. It's somewhere. Hangar 30, there it is. Hangar 30. So we're going to be doing a crazy LAN party. I don't want to do this. I'm terrible at announcing shit.
It was your idea.
If you don't show up, I'll kill you. How's that? It's going to be like the best LAN party in Seattle because it's like the only LAN party in Seattle.
Yeah.
We're going to shoot for around 500 people. There's going to be a drinking section, so when you go to buy your tickets, let us know if you want to sit in the drinking section. We will be making the drinking section specifically for you guys. So you click on this, you go to epicpants.com, and you can say, hey, I'm over 21 and wish to sit in the drinking section. We'll have beer vendors, food trucks, ridiculousness.
We'll all be there.
Yeah.
So if you want to meet us...
There'll be a lot of other YouTube people there as well. Paul's probably going to be there. Barnacle probably there, yeah.
He said yesterday.
He did say yes.
Yeah.
Good. Probably maybe Jay, if we can, I'll drive him up myself if I have to.
Yeah, we're still working on like tournament ideas and what kind of big tournaments we want to run, and prize pools and that kind of jazz. So there's a whole stack of stuff that's still in the mix, but it is on.
People are asking me for league tournaments, and they're like, listen, it'll attract a lot of people. Do you guys want a league tournament?
If you guys want a league tournament and you guys want to show up and have a league tournament, you can do it out the front door.
No, if you guys want it, we'll do it.
If you guys want it, we'll do it.
They
Absolutely.
have to tell us.
They have to tell us, because I don't know. I don't play League. Anyway, if you guys are going to go, let us know in the comments. It'll be awesome to see some of you guys there. And there'll be some big surprises there as well. So, who knows? Maybe even some lectures. Maybe even some very key people who are very close by might be there giving lectures. I can't tell people that, though. Not
the
yet.
dog.
Umbra
Umbra
give
will be there.
lectures.
For 2 hours.
Breathe heavily.
Teach you all how to play.
What do they call those classes where you go and learn how to breathe when you're pregnant? That's what Umbra's going to do.
Lamaze?
Yeah, Lamaze. Yeah.
I think that's the word.
Like the freeway, like Hans Lamaze. So, the most balanced game ever. Now, the community had lots of interesting answers here. We asked you guys what was the most balanced FPS ever.
From all the comments we saw, I think the majority of them were looking at and leaning toward Counter-Strike Go, or Counter-Strike in general, but Counter-Strike Go more specific, and Unreal Tournament. And a lot of people are saying they like the new one that's coming out. And the other one that they mentioned was TF2. And I'm thinking that they probably mean TF2 before the dark times.
You know, I get in a lot of arguments about TF2 with people because I argue that I don't like the new changes. Since it went free to play, I don't care about the hats, but all the new weapons. I really thought that the vanilla weapons, I put about 100 hours into this game with the vanilla weapons before they started adding weird new weapons, special baseball bats that shoot flaming balls or whatever. I don't know what it was.
That was the first time I played TF2 was after all of this stuff was going on, and I got into a match, and a guy literally had a baseball bat. He was a scout with a baseball bat, and every single time he swung the bat, it was firing off flaming baseballs, and I'm like...
Great balls of fire.
Yeah, and I was like, what exactly is going on here? And I'm like, I've got whatever simple gun I've got, and I'm like, that was it. I didn't even rage quit. It was just like, I don't understand what is happening here.
You sound like a curmudgeon.
You get into a game like that, and again, this is why I'm saying I think they meant before all that stuff happened, because
I don't know, a lot of people,
or just the vanilla version of the game.
A lot of people do argue that those weapons are are not more powerful than the old weapons. It's just they're different. You have to get used to them, and that might be the case. But there was something perfect about the mix of the original weapons, and I wish you could just play. Can you play on a vanilla server? I'll jump back in.
No, that would be great. No, but that's what I would say defines the balance of a game is finding that, the
perfect mix.
This weapon seems overpowered, but there's these weapons that can counteract that, and you have that nice balance of these different guns. So if you got this one and somebody else has got the same gun, you're gonna have a bad time, or maybe you're gonna have a good time. And
as far as UT goes, I think the guns are probably more balanced than most FPS games. I also think Xonotic has more balance as far as the guns go. My big problem with games like UT and also Quake is that it becomes a race to certain items, like the Mega Health or the Shield Belt or something like that. It becomes a race to those. And the same thing is in Xonotic. I think the weapons are more balanced than Quake or Unreal Tournament in that game, but there are certain items that make you just too difficult to kill.
No, we just want to make reference here is that when you talk about like Quake or Unreal Tournament, you're talking about
just
regular, straight up deathmatch.
Right.
Is that if you can jump in the middle of a match and you can grab grab a rocket launcher and grab quad damage, or grab the shotgun and grab quad damage in 3 seconds that you're in there, you can even out the score really quickly. But or the Mega Health. I mean, it doesn't have that.
Yeah,
I guess that kind of adds to the balancing of it, but at the same time, it becomes a race to those. If you jump in the middle of a match, you have to get those, otherwise you're gonna come in last. End of story.
Instagib gets a pass. It's always balanced.
Instagib, yeah, because that right there is all about how well you can hit somebody.
Yeah, it's all about accuracy.
You want to try Quake Live, Instagib, but make it so instead of the railgun, it's the rocket launcher, because splash damage doesn't count. You have to hit them with the rocket launcher, and that makes that game so much harder. It is. It's much more
I hate splash damage in Quake. I think it's way too much. I mean, it's just ridiculous.
I think they've nerfed it over. Yeah. Again, that's also one of the balancing acts is when you're playing those kinds of games is if the splash damage is too much, you tune it down a little bit. Like the railgun was when it was doing just 100 damage. If you waited long enough for a person to fall off a ledge, they have 100 health. You hit them once and you die. I mean, hell, you even remember
I don't
that.
Even want to talk about that.
Yeah, I know.
I played Fatality. He shot me like 25 times as I was spawning.
With a railgun.
But that was on the
That was Quake 4.
The map is Quake.
It was the longest yard.
The
Quake
longest
4.
Yard.
Look that one up. It is terrifying.
Look it up. No. I did better than PC Gamer Staff.
That's true. You did. You did a lot better than them.
So, what do you think is the most balanced FPS?
It's a frustrating game in some ways, but Fistful of Frags is the most balanced FPS game, competitive FPS game that I've played. The weapons are all pretty equally clunky, and the thing is, there are some weapons that are god-powered compared to some of the other ones, but in order to get them, like, let's say you want a pump-action shotgun, and then there's a, Colt Walker. Colt Walker is a one-shot kill. Pump-action shotgun, you can just spray and pray all day. In order to get those, you have to get them out of a chest, a gold chest, and it takes a long time to unlock it, so you have to sit there, and you're trying to unlock the damn thing, and then once you get it, you're like, oh, I've got it. And once you die, someone else can pick it up off your corpse. So then they've got it.
They've earned it for killing you.
Right. But the regular weapons that you start with, you have a smattering of choices. Those are all pretty balanced.
And they're not weak either. Even like the
No.
weakest gun is still, if you hit somebody,
Yeah.
two shots maybe, you'll kill them. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not a light. It's not like weak. You don't have a really weak gun.
The other thing I think is very interesting about it is instead of counting frags and winning by, who got the most frags, it's based upon notoriety. So if you've got a bow and arrow, it's pretty difficult to, the bow and arrow shoots slow, it doesn't do a ton of damage unless you're standing completely still, then it does more damage. But if you have a bow and arrow, you get 11 notoriety points. Whereas if you have a shotgun, the one that you get out of the really fancy chest, well, yeah, you may be able to get more frags with a shotgun, but you're only going to get 4 points per frag. So you've got a better gun, you're getting fewer points per frag, you get 1 extra point as if you're doing a kill streak and you get you got 3 kills, so you get your 4 points for that plus 3 for your kill streak. So it really is an interesting way to balance everything out. And I usually use the bow and arrow. I love it. And I never get the most frags, but I'm usually toward the top, even though my frags are way lower than people who are using shotguns and stuff.
Yeah, so even if you have fewer frags, if they have more points, more notoriety, they could be number 1.
Right, yeah. Now, the game is not the best game I've ever played. It's a bit clunky. The melee is a mess. Like, just trying to punch and kick people, that's where all the cursing comes from. You get close quarters combat, it just feels so clunky. It's like Destruction Derby with giant trucks that have no turning radius. That's what it feels like. It's like,
But everyone deals with that.
Yeah,
so
everyone does. So it's kind of
that's
balanced.
technically balanced if everyone deals with it.
I like some of the modifications you can get. Like, you can get the top hat, and then you're a gentleman, and that way you lose notoriety if you shoot somebody in the back.
Right, and
so
you have to use a pistol.
And you have to use a pistol, and you have to shoot them from the front. If you kick them and it kills them, actually, I don't think even if you just kick them, you no longer
I forget. You get
notoriety
yeah.
knockdown. So
you get negative. It'll be like, oh, you shot this guy with a shotgun and you're a gentleman. 6 points. However, -3 because that wasn't very gentlemanly. So
yeah.
It's pretty. But you get bonus points for shooting someone with a pistol. And if they attack you first and you turn and counter with your pistol, you get +3 gentleman points. He started it. So that's another interesting little play style, and it works in well. And if you're really good with a pistol, and really good at letting them shoot first and then shooting them back and killing them, then you can get a lot of points. I think it's a lot of fun.
Interesting game.
All right, your turn. Your most balanced game.
I spent so much time on Fistful of Frags. I will say CS 1.6 specifically, not Go. Mainly because I haven't spent a whole lot of time playing CSGO because the community is not amazing. Also, to further refine it, when I say 1.6 is the no-op servers. So servers that do not allow... Yeah, servers that do not allow the AWP sniper rifle, because you can shoot someone in the toe and kill them with that. It's it doesn't matter where on their body. And so I will play the no-op servers on CS 1.6, and I feel like that's the most balanced. Because all the guns are pretty evenly balanced, and you can get better guns, but the only way you can get better guns is if you've had more kills, then you can build up the money required to get the guns.
Okay, so how do you get good in the first place if you come in and all the people who have already practiced, they're getting the good guns, and it's just it feels like a grind to me whenever I play CS.
You can start off with a deagle and shoot someone in the head and just rank up money. You just got to be good. If you suck, then you suck. And you're going to be severely reprimanded for that by not getting money, by not killing people. So don't suck, really, is the moral of the story.
So it takes a ton of skill. It's weird because it's also a different play style.
Yeah, it's very
Compared to
headshot focused. You have to aim for the head, always. So people who are really seasoned veterans with playing CS 1.6 will they can just aim for the head very quickly and easily because
Because the aimbot is perfect.
well, because they're just so used to that. And you know, I spent a lot of time playing Counter-Strike, and then when I play other games, it's just like it becomes like muscle memory, you know, to go for the head. Even though there are some games that they don't matter where you aim for, whether it be the chest or whatever, but it's just if you're a long-time Counter-Strike player, you will go for the head. And I feel like games that focus more on skill and less on a race to a rocket launcher that's just hovering there, or a race to an overshield for you Halo players. You know, it's more skill-based, and I feel like games that focus more on skill and accuracy are more balanced and fair, and if you suck at aiming, then that's your fault, that's your problem.
Some people argue that, hey, it's skill to know where the stuff's going to spawn. It's skill to know where the shield is going to spawn.
And
you can learn that stuff in an hour.
Yeah.
Finding the time, and I agree with that, but I don't think that would knowing the map, knowing the timing, and knowing all that stuff.
It depends on where you spawn, which is pure chance.
No, that's actually.
I've been in servers.
With some games.
I've been in servers with people who are like on my skill level. I know this because we played multiple games, and I'm like, sometimes I beat them, sometimes they beat me. But there'll be some matches where one of us will get the mega health and the shield, and then just keep killing, and every time we get a frag, we run back and get the mega health again, and it's just like, fuck it, man. I'm just gonna sit here and just wait till this match is over because you've got this perfect loop going where you can kill me twice, get the mega health, kill me twice, get the mega health.
Yeah, and never venture far from it.
Yeah, and it's like, God, it's like it's over. So I feel like that's a bad balance.
Yeah, he's just still mad at me for that one time. I'm just saying.
That's why I always play Instagib or Clan Arena.
I like Clan Arena,
Yeah,
and that's my choice. I'm going to say Quake, the arena, Quake 3 Arena, or Quake Live, or even I haven't really played the Quake 4, but Quake. I like Quake 2, but Quake Live and the Quake 3 Arena style of gameplay, but the Clan Arena mode, because everybody starts with 300 health. It's 200 armor, 200 health and 100 armor. Everybody starts with the exact same weapons, and everybody's even playing field, and then it's team based. Which you'll notice that you'll have if the team has got better players than the other one, that's where the game's balance gets shifted. And if you do the shuffle, it's usually pretty good. And I say usually meaning like 60% of the time. But that's my goal, and I like playing that one a lot more than the others.
I also want to say that I feel Natural Selection 2 is pretty damn balanced.
Yeah, all the different classes, and they're all
it's all
class
based. Yeah. There's no like different weapons that you can get. It's all based on what class you are, and everyone starts off as like the basic class. And because it's kind of like a first-person RTS, it depends on your commander and like what things they have built and things you can research, so then you can get like the next class and everything. So it's very team-based. You have to communicate, and if you don't communicate, your team's gonna suck. So it's very communication heavy. But it's extremely balanced. There's no race to any weapons. There's no race to any power-ups or anything like that. It's all it is so communication heavy, which is nice in a PC game, because I feel like a lot of PC games people don't really talk very much. And Natural Selection 2, it kind of enforces and encourages that you communicate with your team, because if you don't, you're gonna lose.
Yeah, I haven't played that one in a while, and
yeah.
Do that.
I went through a phase where I was playing it like all the time, and I wouldn't mind picking it up again.
All right, I think we can all pretty much agree on this one as well. Just one last mention here, Chivalry, because it's a different kind of game. The thing about Chivalry, there's a lot of unlockable weapons that they change the style more than they change the damage you can do. They're not like overpowered weapons. You're not overlocking any god weapons, but just with the default weapons that come out of the game, you can do just as well as the ones you can the ones you can unlock. And there's so many different classes that you have plenty of different play styles. And some are like rock, paper, and scissors with each other. But if you get the hang of it, I think it's pretty damn balanced.
Yeah, if you get the hang of it, rock will beat paper. Blah blah blah.
Yay, booze.
Yeah.
Rock will beat paper every time. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, I do kind of miss playing Chivalry a bit.
We should do
if someone's skill level is higher, you're going to know it quickly, because the game does...
I'm just sick of being in a duel with someone and then another person comes up and stabs you in the back. And it's just like...
Respect the duels, dudes.
Yeah, you got to respect the duels.
All's fair in
If
love
you
and
see
war.
2 people dueling, just leave them to their devices. If one dies, then you can go to the victor.
I don't know. I always sit back and just pick them off with an arrow and just
You're
like,
the cleanup. You're that asshole.
I
Yeah,
am.
dude. Oh my god, the people with the arrows. It's like if someone shows up and they start picking off people with the arrows, the duel stops and everyone turns and like, fuck that guy. We're gonna kill
Yeah.
him, and everyone
Just
goes
like
straight
in
for
war.
that guy.
That's how it works.
Only
Yeah, it's like-
assholes pick the archer,
Yeah, we do.
aka this one.
I don't like getting myself up. And you know what? The only time I was ever actually able to do any good at this game was when you and I were playing it at one of the PAX events, and I beat your ass because your mouse was inverted. And ever since then,
That was the first time I ever played it too. My mouse was inverted, and I was just like floor ceiling, floor ceiling, floor
You mean
ceiling.
it was normal?
It was
Normal. It was
normal.
not inverted from my standard. Yeah.
Well, he and I had the same game style, so we both have the inverted mouse. But I can
can't do
adapt
it.
under circumstances. I can adapt to normal play. I'm
So
still like,
do you play inverted as well?
yes,
Oh, I'm the only one who doesn't.
freak.
So
But
it's
on a
like,
controller, I play inverted. So go figure.
The hell is that?
I don't know. This is the way my brain works.
Super Nintendo, Star Fox, what?
My excuse is that I'm left-handed and my brain's backwards.
I don't even know.
You know, you can flip
everybody.
the controllers upside down in Star Fox.
My dad used to play Turok with one hand.
All right.
It impressed the crap out of me.
Wasp.
All right. We have a question for you guys. This is for the next episode.
In your opinion, what do you think the best LAN party game is?
You can name a couple, but yeah,
My opinion.
don't do it right now. We gotta wait and make
Oh,
an answer.
Suspense.
Yeah.
You have to wait till the next episode to tune in. We'll leave you with a cliffhanger.
He died.
There's a fruit fly in my drink.
Not
He's
even
not.
fruit.
It's not dead. He's drunk.
Yeah, he's. Oh,
Oh,
my
yeah,
god, he is.
he is
messed up.
alive, but he's like struggling.
Dude, he's messed
He
up
is
right
swimming.
now.
Yeah.
Well, there goes that drink.
That poor thing is messed up. Can you imagine how drunk? I mean, you can imagine if you fell into a vat
At least
of
he won't
booze
remember dying.
that big and started. Oh god, be really drunk.
I think they breathe through their exoskeleton.
So basically,
So if
just
they're submerged,
saturated-
yeah, he's wasted.
We should get a really good close.
All right, so yeah, best LAN party game. Let us know. We'll see you guys in the comments on the website, and we'll see you at the LAN party.